everyone, it's Shar. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. Listen, Mercury has to be in retrograde or some shit because the technology issues that I've been having is fucking wild. I went to the Apple store because my iPhone camera literally said fuck you and stopped working. Why? Because the logic board malfunctioned due to no fault of my own. It just fucking broke. I was fuming. So I'm going to channel that into building something that I think is going to be a challenge and really truly distract me. If you don't know this guy here, this is James Turner. He is a Sims YouTuber, does really amazing builds, and he has this incredible website with lots of like fun challenges and just mods and things that you can use. But I'm here to use the Sims 4 build challenge generator, which you can see is essentially randomly generating a bunch of things that you have to put into your build or a story. So in this one, right, it's building a modern house. It can only be one floor. It has to be on a 30 by 30 lot. The owners are a family with a teenager and 2 kids and a newborn and a dog, and they really love traveling and green living, but they're scared of basements. Things like that. I figured this will be a really great distraction. I am not a great builder at all, but I am trying to get my practice in there. So I'm going to generate this 3 times. And the third one that we got is the one that I'm going to try to build in The Sims 4, which should provide me with the best distraction possible. So let's generate 1, 2. So the one that we're going to do is this one. You are building a bright home with 4 floors, and it is on a 20 by 15 lot. The owners are a retired couple, and they are really into movies and really afraid of mirrors and fruitcake. They hate that welcome wagon. They cannot live without their bubble blower. You have 124,875 simoleons to build with. For an additional challenge, try re-rolling and adding the must-have item as well as your original. Okay, let's get this list out. A 4-floor home on a 20 by 15 lot. All right. And the additional challenge we are going to do is re-rolling and adding the must-have item as well as my original item. Okay. Must have a slip and slide. Well, I can't do that because I don't have the backyard pack. So let's try again. Must have a basement. All right. Let's do it. This is our beautiful retired couple whose names I've immediately forgotten. Joanne and Colin. They're ready to move into this beautiful 20 by 15 lot in Newcrest. Let's get started. They want a bright home, so I see them in something that's like fairly traditional, maybe even cottage-esque, as if it's gonna be 3 stories. So what am I thinking? Something like Cape Coddy? Does that make sense? I'm gonna have to find a way to sneak an attic into the roof, so keep that in mind. But first, their money situation, because I'm gonna give them exactly the amount of money that they need. So it's 124,875. Let me start with just building the shell of it. 3 stories. And then this is gonna be such a tall and odd looking house. Let's get the roof on here. So what I'm struggling with here is I want these rooms to be connected, but I don't want you to see that. And I'm thinking, is there a way I can cover this? Because this is our attic and I do want it to be connected to both of them. And I typically don't like roofs to be like this tall. So I think this house is gonna end up looking ugly if it is. Maybe if it was a little bit wider, would it look as weird that it was that tall? I mean, honestly, yeah. You can still see the line from the room. And I don't want to make the house any wider as well, just because it's gonna eliminate a backyard for them. And I want them to have a backyard. It might just be a dollhouse, because that just looks weird to me. I will admit that, but oh well. I want the porch to have an awning. So we're gonna lower this. I don't like that you're clipping. And maybe even like a slightly higher slope where I can drag in the eaves just a little bit. This is gonna look like such a Victorian dollhouse. All right, I was going for Cape Cod, but you know, whatever. It's like their cute retirement home. They love color. Let's get them like a big, beautiful blue door. We may even go base game for the exterior. So let's do that. And I picture this house to be like very symmetrical. So let's get some windows in. So it's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I like about it like this. Not because I think it looks better, but because I think that the beautiful couple who lives here would like a very bright house. No, I hate that. We'll make it bright with decorations. And then let's get some side windows. It's gonna look odd, but that truthfully is how most houses look in real life. TBH, in my opinion, I'm just gonna tell you that is typically how they look. It's just the front, the house that has curb appeal. So we can do something like this and like this, maybe even a smaller window like over here. This is like a bathroom or something. The back is gonna mirror the front pretty much exactly. This is way too much house for this couple, by the way. Way too much house. But maybe they have a billion grandkids. I don't love that window there, but it's gonna stay there because this build will take me 3,000 years if I sit here and overthink every decision ever. You need to be a little bit further out because you look a little silly. That's not the exterior done. That's the base of what we're working with. So I'm gonna work on the floor plan and then I'll see you when I'm done with that. I think I've done the floor plan. So we have our basement, which is one level. It's gonna be open concept, a movie theater / bubble blower room. You know, they like to relax. Then I have this big open concept living room. This will be like a little office nook. This will be, of course, the living room. And this here is the kitchen, which opens into the butler pantry and the very small but cozy dining room. I just like it to go straight across. Imagine you'd like to grab things if you were hosting something in the dining room. And if we go upstairs, it's a lot of bedrooms, but as I mentioned, they do have grandkids in my mind and they watch their grandkids fairly often. So grandkid 1 will be here, maybe grandkids 1 and 2, and then maybe like a nursery or something for when they're watching their granddaughter. Hall bathroom, which is communal, and of course there's also this bathroom here, which could be an ensuite to this room, but might just end up being another hall bathroom. They're very family oriented, so maybe it was an ensuite and they decided just to move the door and have it be communal to everybody. And then a guest bedroom for when their kids are over if they're having like a big family event, and a very long hallway. I typically I feel like struggle to put hallways in my build, but this is a formal hallway for a house of this length. The siding has disappeared from here, and I did make this little area bigger because I split it up. So this is essentially the downstairs half bath if you needed to like use the bathroom and didn't want to go upstairs, and this is the little like hobby room / utility room / junk room where they just put all of their crap. They are a retired couple and ideally they would probably be living on a 1-story house and not have to go up and down these stairs all the time, but the challenge rules, you know, sus, it's 4 stories. So let's get to decorating. I see them in something bright but something traditional. I kind of like this one. And then because this wall is a little odd, I'm gonna do brick to kind of make it look like a fireplace. And then flooring, there are a lot of lights in here. I will cut that back because it's a little too bright actually, so maybe I will not you sell that one. Yeah, I like these ones from Jungle Adventure. I think go a little brighter in the basement, and doing a build this big can honestly feel daunting, so I'm just gonna start with the basics. Do I do like a green, like a soft sage green in the kitchen? Tile everywhere because they utilize their kitchen a ton. There's little kids running around. I'm not sure if I should do the matching tile or just do white tile. Maybe right now it looks like too much, but when I put in the kitchen itself, it won't. I love the growing together one. Green might be a little bit too much. I think this one works best here, and they should still be able to access the doorway even if the fridge is like swinging open. It won't be a massive kitchen. It will be a kitchen, but it maybe will be like L-shaped. And while in real life I would never want the stove to be in front of the window, in this house that's how it's gonna be. Okay, cute. Need a sink, so there's not gonna be a ton of counter space. Ooh, wait, could I have the sink in the butler's room? Could I? And then we could have a dishwasher. Beautiful. And this would also be where the bar is. Yes, they love their family, but they also have friends. Hello, they have a bubble blowing habit. Like, hello, they're throwing parties. It will work if I flip it this way because what they need access to is the back. Stop. These little aprons are so cute. I'm gonna put them in here. They love cooking together. Just like a little cabinet of their drinks. And then I'm using the cabinets from Parenthood, so we'll just use those for the uppers. I think I'm going to keep it simple and just keep the wallpaper in the butler's pantry the same as the other rooms, and then maybe do the same with the dining room. Our dining room isn't massive, so the thing we're going to prioritize here is space, which I'm thinking maybe even a round table. And then of course I'm gonna want like the chairs that look super comfortable and are very comfortable. I'm almost feeling the purple chairs, although it doesn't match our table, and I don't think that's actually playable. Let's try a smaller table. It just looks so tiny and this is too big. Something like this could work. These chairs for a little bit of fun. Maybe some purple art on the wall. I think we're bringing in the color. I'm happy with this little dining room. Curtains will be the last thing I add because they're always the last thing I add. This is not fruitcake, okay? It's a muffin, but I love they did wife, they bake a lot. So I have this in the kitchen. I'm pretty happy with this. It feels like a family house. On to the bathroom, which will have a very similar feel to the kitchen. Colorful tile, of course, is a must. Oh no, I know which wallpaper I wanted in here. Yes. And it is just a half bath, so let's furnish it. I kind of like this one. We got a whole nature theme going on. Maybe I'll get this same hardwood, but I'll do it a darker color. Half bath, almost done. Again, curtains are last. All right, and this is the utility room. My sink is in the wall. So of course we're gonna have laundry. I'm gonna try to put this on the windowsill. Like it's freshly done laundry and it's just sitting there because they haven't put it away yet. It will have weird lighting. That is okay. That this is like their utility room. It has all of the stuff that they don't use, that they don't want just around the house, but it's necessary for their living. This screams utility to me, so we're gonna go with that. Definitely this against the wall. They just bring this down when they need to iron. It's hideous, but I love it. Laundry / utility room and bathroom. Office nook. I'm gonna just put a little desk here with a computer. In real life, this would get caught on your chair so badly, but cute. Little office nook. I probably will put a bookshelf here like that. Cute. Something colorful and fun. This is a little bit more modern than what I pictured, but I do think that it works. I think this is the living room for now. This is the living room, little office nook, of course the stairs, and then we just have this big beautiful space. If the kids are here, there would be toys, but all the toys are put away. So yeah, just like a nice little cozy family room. I think the next room I want to do is the kids room, so let's head upstairs. One I know is a nursery, and that's this one back here. So we're gonna get some nice carpet. Beautiful. I think that should still function against that wall. Okay, it's small, but it functions. Hopefully. I mean, ideally, I'd probably shove this into the corner like that. And then, of course, it would just be a little bit of wall decor. That's the nursery done. Beautiful. Let's get to the guest bedroom. I do want to try to fit a double bed in here. Why that looks like two different shades of blue? Don't know. It's the exact same swatch, but okay. And these are just small enough to fit into that little nook. What am I going to try to do here? I'm specifically putting in a toddler bed in here just because they have a toddler. And this house is big and their family is big, but in real life, if you have like not enough rooms and you know how big your family is, at least for me, at my sister's house, there's a room with the bed and then there's like the inflatable mattress and like the kids' bed, so they can just sleep when they come over. So the toddler here is fine because it's a guest bedroom. It's not used often. They're not often all together in here. And then I want a colorful painting on the wall. A horse, no reason. Why not? Okay, let's get some wall lights. Guest bedroom, pretty much done. I would put a rug, but this room is quite honestly really small, and I think that the rug will just make it feel smaller. Final kids bedroom. I think that the thing that I want to add into this room is a little bit of wall art, like a poster, ton of ribbons to tell a story. Like this kid is an overachiever. I'll pop that here. Cute. Okay, this feels like a little kid's room. The last thing she needs is a nightstand, which I might go for the little poof if I can find a good color match, like a little poof right there. And then I want like a little radio for her. Then her curtains should be like nice and colorful. Maybe even one of these. The thing is, of course, I need to move the bed up. Cute. She has everything she needs in here. Okay, so the final rooms I need to get done is this bathroom and the grandparents' bathroom, all of the outside, this hall bath, which we can just finish this hall bath now, and I will put doors and everything. So let's get some tile, same ones from the kitchen. I imagine this is the room that the kids share, so we'll make it a nice bright blue. The flooring should match. I think white might actually look best in here. I need a shower. There's no best way for me to arrange this bathroom for it to have like a standing shower, so maybe it's a wet room and the sink. Again, no mirror, so too bad for anyone who needs to look at themselves. And I'm gonna put the toilet paper on this side so it's less likely to get wet. Beautiful. Very simple little hall bath. Of course, that means this bathroom will be a full bathroom, so easy access to bathe the baby. Let's go and give them their movie theater room with their bubble blower. Loves movie, needs a bubble blower, needs basement. So we're pretty much done. I mean, with the requirements for this build. So let's get a big ass TV, like massive. In fact, projector. And if I can get city living, perfect. They bring their friends down here, you know, blow some bubbles and watch a movie. Now, seating is what's most important to me in this room here. So I need something that looks comfortable, but not like a movie theater. A sectional, a big freaking sectional. We don't need 4 chairs. I think it will work easier if there was only the 2 chairs. Honestly, I think that should work here because it's not technically under the stairs. Okay, and all I'm gonna get here is movie posters. They'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. From all of the premieres they've gone to. Obviously, I'm going to change the swatch on all of them. I feel like this wall needs something, but maybe this like sized up. I'm also going to put a radio down here because, you know, pre-gaming. I don't have room for a massive one, so I'll just do like this little one from Spa Day. I kind of like that. I can't remember how to do the quarter tiles, but I think this is cute. Okay, they have a movie theater, a bubble blower, a basement as a requirement from our other random roles since I didn't have the slip and slide. How would this look if I just made it like this and then only this section was wood? I don't mind that. It's like creating separation, like bubble blowing and movie watching. Okay, so the last thing I'm gonna do before I pause and we resume this later on, of course you will not notice that, is add some curtains to these rooms. I'm thinking the simple ones are gonna work best for this space, although they do love color. The dining room can have that pop. Why not? Why not? And I'll do like that. Yes, it clips into the cabinets, but so does the window. So, okay. And you'll also get your simple little white swatch. All right, besties, we're back. It is, you don't even want to know how many days later. So obviously you can see, oh, a leaf. You can see that the little thing here is gone. That's because it's been so long since I built that the URL for that specific thing that I rolled no longer exists. So the first thing I'm going to do here is I want to work on this roof because I mentioned when I first built it, which is the same video for you and no amount of time has passed, I just don't like it and I think we can do better. So let me see here. Do I think this will be any better? No, but I would still like to try. At the very least, it will be better for gameplay. It doesn't look any different than what it first was. You're right, it doesn't. I just had to try, okay? I had to try. All right, what I'm feeling now is landscaping, which we will go ahead and start doing. I think that some flower boxes could look pretty here. I used to put flower boxes all around my builds, but I think it's too much now. So we're gonna tone it down a little bit. Yeah, I like 2 and I don't want any on the bottom. I won't talk you through every little bit. I'm gonna do some more landscaping stuff and I'll talk to you if there's something important that I'm doing. Okay, well, I would never use blue stairs. I very well may still never use blue stairs. Yeah, well, I was gonna say it's supposed to be a bright house, but it looks weird. Okay, and then I want to replace the fencing. Do I? I do. I want it to have a little bit more opulent fencing. I always love the vampires one. I'm gonna use the vampires one. I just think it makes the house look more expensive. And they're like a retired couple with a shit ton of money. So makes sense to me. I just don't like how they look stretched out. Can I just pile one on top of the other? You know, that also does not look any better. Honestly, what this needs is like an imaginary trellis. So how you do this is you just draw with these little fences that I'm using, these flat ones, and create whatever design that you want. I just like the diagonals for the classic trellis look, and then you boom, 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 remove the floor. I could have had more lines, but I won't because I'm going to cover it with plants. I love this column, but honestly, I think the round ones make more sense for this build. Let it be known. I did love that column. I just think that it's too wide and I prefer the look of this. It also looks odd. Maybe the issue is that the fence here needs to be wider. I think that helps. I would have to delete this, but it's also gonna delete this. And I'm not dealing with that. I can already hear you and just know I'm gonna do it anyway. It's gonna be annoying, so see you when it's done. No, instead of pre-placing them, I realized I could just draw the wall and then erase the wall. Yes, it feels like their house. Do grandma and grandpa need a hot tub? No. Am I going to give one to them anyway? Heck yeah. I feel like they have a bubble blower and a movie theater. They clearly like to have a good time. And nothing says good time more than a Sims hot tub. They don't have enough room for like a picnic table or anything like that. So I think I'm just gonna go for this little seating outside and let me see what else I can add in just to make it feel like their house. And then I'll do terrain paint at the very end. I'm like pretty happy with the exterior of the home. This is definitely super bright. I might tone this one down. The windows peak is so freaking huge. My God. All right, the next rooms that I want to roof. The next rooms that I would like to decorate is our attic, which has taken up a ton of our time. So the walls will have to be down, and the attic is honestly just a space for clutter and like things that they don't use. It's not actively in use. So let's get some flooring down, maybe something that was like really old to the house and they had like replaced everything else. They're like, we're not gonna bother with the attic. And quite honestly, the attic won't even be accessible from this house because I'm not placing a ladder anywhere. Maybe we'll keep gifts up here. Like there are things that they're just patiently waiting to give their family for like the right occasion. It's fall as I'm building this in the game, so maybe it's like the gifts they bought on sale during the summertime for like Winterfest, some other miscellaneous storage. I'm not going to fill this too much because the more items that you have on a lot, the harder it is for games to run. But I do want to make it seem like this is definitely storage space for them. They're intentionally having things that they don't use on like a daily basis up here, like old paint cans or things they just haven't managed to throw out yet. Things they're waiting to gift to their family. Imagine I just put like bowling balls. Like they love bowling and these are all of their bowling balls. Actually, I love that. They love bowling and they keep their spare bowling balls up in the attic. And maybe the grandmother had a business and these are like just some of the things from her first ever run at the business. So she just has boxes up here. And quite honestly, that screams attic to me, okay? It is telling a story of what's up here. Ooh, I also want to put, what are you? A dollhouse? But it's not like not a dollhouse they're actively using. It belonged to like their kids and they just put it up there so it doesn't get ruined. Like the first dollhouse they ever bought for their kids. And likewise a uni. So like there is plenty of light up here. They could run up here if they needed to in their imagination because again there's no access. But yeah, just like things they've collected over the years, their memories. All right, which means our final rooms that need to get done is their room, which is pretty small, but they're very much living downstairs, living outside. When they're not watching their family, maybe they go on vacation a lot. Since they love color, the room isn't big. They really don't have room for anything outside of their bed. I'm changing their bed. Their room is so small in scale. Oops, sorry, I bumped you. Their room is so small in scale. Like it definitely does still function, but I think it speaks and tells a story that the grandparents really only go up to their bedroom to sleep. Like that is all that room functions for. You know, whatever else they want to do in their spare time. I've always loved the bathtub against the window, although in this neighborhood, it overlooks a bunch of debug houses, but technically like a park area. I put it in this neighborhood of Newcrest because the golf course backs up into them. I believe it's like somewhere back there, the debug golf course. I guess I'll keep it in copper. I want to see if I can have the chance to use this. While I love the bathtub against the window, I'm going to jam it into that corner so we can have a shower. And again, they're scared of mirrors, so no mirrors anywhere. This is such a dark bathroom that I kind of want to run with the idea that when they were renovating this house, maybe they ran out of money and didn't fully renovate every single room in the house. Most of it, like the rooms they use the most often, is done, but not all of them. Does this bathroom not immediately feel so much older than the rest of the house? I low-key love. Final bits of accessory, toilet paper. This bathroom makes me laugh, but honestly I love it. And here above the sink, I'm gonna put the same medicine cabinet, just in a more modern color. Modern in a lighter color. I just prefer whiter and I associate those lighter colors with a more modern home as opposed to something like that. All right, final curtains, then terrain paints, and we will be done. And I won't forget the doors. Totally not real at all, but in my mind, the grandma now used to own a business, and maybe this is like the first building they ever built for like whatever it is that they sell. Don't know, but they sell something. And in the grandparents' room, I'm actually gonna put a TV since I feel bad that their room is so small. I'm like tempted to put a table or a dresser there, but I'm not going to. I might give them a small dresser though, like one of these tiny living, which makes me feel like they have the wrong bed again. This oddly feels more like them because they're supposed to love bright colors. Their room is definitely eclectic. I would put a mirror above their bed, but they're scared of mirrors. Maybe this is where they took their family on vacation. They have a little picture propped up. I'm gonna leave a lot of these walls blank because in gameplay, I do love to have blank walls to put up the family photos that I'm taking. Because if you're new to my channel, I do a lot of legacy like let's plays, and on my own, I play a lot of legacy challenges. So like these blank walls are very useful for family photos. Final sweep through, I honestly think that we are done. Literally forgot the trash can in the mailbox. box. See, this is why you do the final check. I like to say that one's for recycling and one's for garbage. All right, terrain paint, and then we're good. I'm gonna go super intense underneath the hot tub because of course in real life, the grass around the hot tub would probably be dead. I think like having that little bit of dirt peeking underneath just gives the house a little bit more realism. As I say to you as if I'm an expert builder, I'm not. I want to have a more formal path out the front. Nothing too formal because that's not really their style. It's a nice house, but it's definitely more geared towards their family and not any sense of formality. Now I'm thinking, do I like the green squash? Do I want flowers? Ooh, I love the contrast of the reds and the yellows. Although I will admit it does look a little hideous. Blues, purples, I think I like those more. There's reds on top, but you know, whatever. I just think it adds so much romanticism to it. Okay, the last thing that I do want is windows up by the attic. And because our roof is so tall to accommodate the attic, why are you black? That's some weird lighting. That's not a different color. That's the same color. This is the exact same color. It just looks super black. Anyway, it needs a full-size window. This house would look great with a fireplace, but I think there's enough intrigue and interest. It feels like a classic house to me. All right. And that is James's evil shell build complete. I believe we need to have a 4-story home for retired couple who are scared of mirrors and they need to have a bubble blower and a basement. I built it as a family home because of course it's 4 stories. So I decided to those stories that they host and like watch their grandkids a lot. And that's it. That's the entire build. I genuinely had so much fun building this. I did not expect it to take me this long. It took me several days. I'm aware that that's clipping, but the compromise is that it's so low in the house when it's not clipping. So I'm just gonna have it clip somewhat. Otherwise it's super low, like almost to the floor in the room. But that's the build. Thank you so much for watching. It is on the gallery at this point as you are watching it. My gallery ID is always in the description of my videos, and I'm gonna see you in my next one. These flowers I'm so iffy about, but I think it does make the house feel romantic and it's adding a lot of color for the bright elements. So that's everything done on the list, and I'm gonna see you next time. Bye.